Hey, I'm Nicole Williams, and this is my All About Me presentation. What have I learned? Interpersonal relationships have the potential to breed conflict, but conflict is normal. Conflict is expressed tension between two people who are interdependent and perceive they have an incompatible goal and feel they need to resolve the difference. When involved in conflict, we should attempt to resolve them instead of walking out physically or psychologically. Psychologically mean that we're still physically there in the room, but we've tuned out the other person, we're not listening. We also shouldn't make the problem seem smaller than what they are, or we shouldn't silently accept the differences, because if you silently accept the differences, you still end up being upset about what's going on because it hasn't really been solved. Conflict is okay because it opens up an opportunity for growth and understanding. Now, when you involve yourself in conflict, you should time it. You should set it at a time that it will be more effective. For instance, if somebody's in a rush and you're trying to get something off your chest, most likely it won't be pretty effective because they won't really have time to listen, or you shouldn't try to set up a conflict. You shouldn't set up a time to engage in a conflict when you're tired or sleepy. Really won't be effective. I've also learned, because I'm a woman, I connect and build relationships through dialogue. And men tend to connect and build relationship by doing activities together. Also, because I'm a woman, I'm more likely to remain friends with people who live far away from me. As with men, they change friends because they no longer live near, or interests of hobbies have changed. Women usually have friends of the heart, and men have friends of the road. Okay, if you're involved in a conflict, there's 8 skills you need to manage a conflict. You should attend the relationship level of meaning. What I'm saying is not only focus on the content level, but also listen to how the other person is feeling about the two of you, and also how they feel about the relationship. You should communicate supportively, which is being empathetic about towards the other person's feelings. You should listen mindfully, which is listen with the intent to understand, not to reply. If we only listen to reply, then we really don't understand what's going on. You should take responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, and issues. You're the boss of your own. We're the boss of our own feelings. Nobody can really make us feel the way we choose to feel a certain way. You should always check perceptions. Ask questions to understand. Also look for points of agreement. Look for ways to preserve the other's face. If you're engaged in conflict, you should look for a win-win solution. Both people should be able to benefit from whatever, however, the conflict ends. Both people should be able to benefit. And imagine how you feel in the future. If you say something hurtful to somebody else, like, think about how would I feel after it's over. Like, would I feel okay with myself if I said that hurtful thing? Would I feel okay tomorrow? Just imagine how you feel in the future. Okay, I've had conflict in my friendship before. I'm friends with a girl that I met when I was in community college. We've been friends for 3 years. She lives a state away from me, so we don't really have a lot of time like we used to just hang out. So we connect through phone calls, texts, video chat. And I don't want the friendship to deteriorate, so I try to stay in contact as much as possible. Well, we recently had a disagreement about when we should be in contact. But to make it through our conflict, friends need to engage in dual perspective. Try to see from the other person's perspective, get some understanding, ask questions, communicate honestly, grow from differences, and don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, as I was saying, my friend, she lives far away, so we won't get a lot of time to spend face to face time together. So we keep in contact by text, phone calls, and video chats. Recently, she told me she needed a break from our constant communication, and I thought she was upset because it was something I did. To better understand why she needed the break, I did the following. I stated how I felt. I told her, so I'm going to be a little sad not hearing from you. Did I do something wrong? I used I language and took responsibility for my own feelings. I didn't say that you're going to make me feel sad if I don't hear from you. Because she can't make me feel away. I'm the boss of my own feelings. So I used I language to take responsibility for my feelings. I was honest about how I felt. And I listened. I asked questions and listened with the intent to understand. Okay, my friend, she validated my feelings. She said, I understand you're going to be a little sad, but I need time to recharge from all the stress at work. I promise she did nothing wrong. Okay, I validated my friend's feelings and attempted to view the things from her perspective. I said, I'm glad she let me know what's going on, and I get work can be stressful. What's going on at work if you don't mind telling me? Which is, I communicate with support. I listen mindfully. I listen with the intent to understand. I asked questions for understanding. She said she was stressed at work, so I tried to figure out what was going on. She said, I don't really want to get into, she told me she don't really want to get into it. I just need a break to recharge from all the stress at work. She said she feels exhausted from the extra hours. I said, okay, I won't pry, but how long of a break do you need? I asked questions. I checked her perception of what she think a break is. My idea of a break could be maybe a day. Her idea could maybe a break of weeks. So I asked questions to check her perception on what she thought a break was, because people's perceptions can differ. She told me she needed like a week to recharge. I asked if it was okay if I checked every couple of days to say hello and to see if she was fine, like, because I would feel much better knowing that she was okay. We found a point, we found where we could agree on a compromise. She told me it was okay to shoot a text every other day to, check in and see if she was okay, say hello, and thanked me for being concerned and understanding. We found a compromise. I was kind of glad because I wanted to check in and see if she was okay. Romantic relationships and conflicts. Boy, do romantic relationships have a chance to have a lot of conflict, but it's okay. All right, this is this guy. I just want to say his name, Marco. We dated for a year while I was in my freshman year while I was at community college. When we first started dating, we would always keep in contact through texts and calls. On holiday breaks, we would see each other. So we saw each other as pretty much a lot. And we were always talking. But he left and went off to school in another state. So we didn't really get to see each other as much. And when in a relationship, to get through conflict, you need to engage in a dual perspective, which is try to see things from another person's point of view. Always practice safe sex. Always practice safe sex. You have to manage conflict constructively, and you got to adapt your communication to maintain long distance relationship. Is what me and Marco ended up being a long distance relationship. I was still, where I was going to school. He went off and went to another state to go to school. Now our relationship became unsatisfying once he went to another state to go to school because it was a lack of routine contact. We weren't really talking as much. He was in band. He was always busy after school, so it really wasn't a chance for us to talk as much as I was used to and that I liked. And it was unequal efforts invested to keep the relationship going. I told him that I didn't like the fact that we weren't talking as much as we used to, and that we should at least try to make some time for each other. He would always be like, "I'm busy. I'm busy with band. I'm busy with class." I'm like, I understood that you're busy with school and band, but hey, I'm busy too with class, and I at least try to make an effort to get in contact. I was like, if you can only give me 5 to 10 minutes of your time to talk, it will be okay. I just want to be able to talk with you. He couldn't make an effort to do that, so the relationship ended. I was sad about it, but hey, that's how things go. Sometimes relationships don't last. On to family conflicts. Boy, they're living in a household with siblings and your parents. Yeah, a lot of conflict come from that. Well, when I was younger, me and my baby sister, we used to share a room together. And I don't know, I would get upset because she then always keep her side of the room clean. So I would have to go in and clean. But when involved in family conflicts, you should maintain equity in family relationships, make daily choices that enhance intimacy, show respect and consideration, and don't sweat the small stuff. Back to the conflict between me and my sister. She wouldn't clean her side of the room, so I take the initiative and clean it. And one day, I got fed up with it. And I was like, why do you never clean your side of the room? I'm tired of cleaning your side of the room. She said, well, I clean the dishes when you don't do your part, which isn't healthy because we communicate using counter proposals. I said, I'm cleaning your room, not sick of it. She talking about, well, I clean your dishes when you don't do your dishes. We didn't even show respect and consideration for each other. We were having a yelling match. They should have communicated calmly with each other. I probably should have asked her in a much calmer manner, like why you're not keeping your side of the room clean, to get understanding what was going on. I don't know, maybe she was busy with schoolwork or something. But since I didn't show respect and consideration, and I just yelled, I didn't get a chance to find out if that was it, until we just cooled down and had a talk. But yeah, interpersonal relationships have the potential to breed conflict, and that can be with friends, romantic partners, family members. It's not a bad thing to be involved in conflict because it opened up a chance for growth and understanding. But we should learn to manage it, go about it at a better way, like engage in a dual perspective. I need to try to put myself in the other person's shoes and see what they're feeling. I need to listen mindfully, not just listen with the intent to reply, not cutting off people. Just fully listening, being there for understanding, and take responsibility for how I feel. I shouldn't put the blame on somebody else for saying that, oh, you made me feel this way. You made me feel this way. I'm in charge of my own feelings. But this is all about me presentation. And happy to speak with you guys. Have a great day.